Welcome back, new parents. Today, we're merely scratching the surface of things that great parents do differently. Many assume that when you become a parent, everything falls into place or parenting will come naturally. But for many, that's the farthest thing from the truth. Parents learn something new every day. And just when they think they've nailed something, something else crops up. But that's part of the journey. And what we're about to share with you, we believe, form the basis of what great parenting is all about. And we'd love you to add your suggestions too. Let's get started with number 1. Parents love and respect each other. Great parenting starts with parents that love and respect each other. It's really difficult to try and parent a child when you and your partner are not seeing eye to eye, and children are very quick to pick up on those feelings. Children are 100% affected by their parents' relationship, whether the couple are living together, separated, or divorced. Conflict in any home is normal, and how you and your partner choose to deal with it will have a profound impact on your children. Children learn from you, so if you and your partner shout at each other, slam doors, and badmouth one another, no surprises, your child will go on to do the same. Great parents acknowledge that conflict is normal and sit down and have a healthy discussion about their problems. This grown-up behavior is exactly what successful children need in their lives. 2. They eat together as a family. Who would have thought that something as simple as eating together as a family could play such an important role in having successful children? You have to wonder why it's not a priority every day. Here's the thing, it doesn't have to be dinner. We get it. Schedules are crazy and it's not always possible to get everyone together at the same time in the evening. But even if it's breakfast or lunch, try and share one meal a day together as a family. It's scientifically proven that eating together has many benefits to children and adults. Some of the benefits include healthier family relationships, healthier food choices, relieves stress, correct food quantities are eaten, open communication, saves money, and those are just a few of the reasons why it's beneficial. So if you're not used to doing it, start by once a week and build from there. 3. They do what they said they would do. Great parents have a common thread between them. They follow through with what they say. Not doing so is a mistake that so many parents make, especially when disciplining. Here's an example. Parent, if you don't clean up your room, we won't go to Granny for dinner. Kid, doesn't clean up room. Parent, can't really stop the child from going to Granny for supper because it's pre-arranged and Granny will be so disappointed. So the child realizes that those are empty threats. Great parents will discipline and be able to see through the consequences. When the child establishes that when a parent says they will do XYZ, they know their parent will do XYZ. Respect and trust are built with this kind of parenting, and it may seem difficult initially, but it does get easier over time. 4. They are great role models. This truly cannot be stressed enough. Our children learn by watching us, and in order for them to emulate success, they need to see success. And by success, we don't mean you need to be heading out and earning millions, as success is not measured by your bank balance. We mean kindness, humility, forgiveness, understanding, all of the wonderful qualities that adults should be teaching their children. If you're driving in your car and someone cuts in front of you, how do you react? Do you shout and call them names and throw them the middle finger? Or do you just let it go and think, goodness, that guy's having a tough day? Remember, your children are watching you. Always watching. 5. They spend quality time with their children. Firstly, quality time is not sitting down and watching a movie with your child. Quality time is spending time alone with your child, without any distractions. So no phones, tablets, or screens. It can be things like playing a game of cards, reading a bedtime story, playing a board game, or just sitting on the lawn and having a chat, one-on-one. Children who spend quality time with their parents have less behavioral problems. Their emotional and mental health are looked after, and they're happier. All it takes is 10 minutes of your day, which seems like nothing when you really think about it. Love languages play a big part in how you connect with your child, and we'll share them with you shortly. 6. Catch kids doing good. Positive parenting is catching on, and there's plenty of great reasons why. When we constantly moan or belittle our children, it does nothing for their self-esteem or self-worth. We often say things like, How many times do I have to say no? Or, we were meant to leave 10 minutes ago. Why are you always late? But how often do we acknowledge when they get those things right? Praise your child's effort, or tell them you've noticed that they're getting up earlier and that you appreciate that they're trying not to be late, as an example. The more you praise the good they're doing, the more good they'll want to do. 7. Great parents admit mistakes and apologize. There is no such thing as a perfect parent. So like your children make mistakes and you forgive them, so you make mistakes and they too will forgive you. But saying sorry is not easy, is it? And admitting fault to your child feels weird, we understand. However, your child will learn the power of saying sorry, and it will create a strong, successful adult. 8. They learn their kids' love language. Experts believe that knowing your partner's love language is one of the key elements to having a long, successful relationship. It's the same with children. Figure out what your child's love language is, and to the best of your ability, fill it. Here they are. 1. Physical touch. 2. Words of affirmation. 3. Quality time. 4. Gifts. 5. Acts of service. Gifts is a bit of a no-brainer, as there are few children who don't love receiving a gift. But what else makes your child feel safe and loved? Figure it out and ensure you fill that cup until it overflows. 9. Great parents don't guilt-trip their children. Guilt trips are one of the worst ways to deal with problems, and it's not something you'd like to pass on to your children. So, what is a guilt trip? A guilt trip is a way to control someone else's behavior, in this case, your children. You shame them or make them feel guilty if they choose not to follow through with something you're asking of them. Examples are plentiful, but they have a similar vein and tone, such as, if you love me, you'll do ... Or, it's not like I ever drove you to sports practice every day, paid for your tuition, cooked you delicious meals from scratch ... We've all been on the receiving end of this rhetoric, and it's rubbish. So new parents, it's up to you to stop the cycle, and don't do it to your children. 10. They give their children free time to be children. These days, children have busier schedules than adults, and it's not healthy. Yes, we get that there is a certain amount of competition out there, and that kids need to keep up. But overloading them with extramurals is not going to bode well in the long run, especially if it includes activities that the child really doesn't enjoy. Plain, old-fashioned playtime is really important in having successful children. When kids are given the space and time to play, invent and be bored, that's when the magic happens. Not in between driving them from cello lessons to parkour to extra maths. Great parents make sure there is a healthy balance in their children's schedules, and there is plenty of time for them to just be kids. 11. There's less focus on material things and more focus on moral values. Many parents practice materialistic parenting, and in its most basic form is using materialistic items to show love, to discipline, to achieve a specific outcome, and so on. There is room for some materialistic parenting, but it can't be the basis of how you parent. Your child will grow up believing that there needs to be a reward of some sort once they've completed any given task. It's impractical and can cost you a lot of money in the long run. Try shift the attention away from material items and focus on teaching moral values. Values that will add character and depth to your child. Great parents involve their children in helping others. They teach respect, honesty, appreciation, good manners, and responsibility. These moral values will take them much further in life than any material possession ever will. 12. They give their children responsibilities. Many experts believe that this is the greatest gift you can give your child: responsibility. Parents that do everything for their children or who take responsibility for their children's actions do them no favors. From a young age, children can get little tasks to do. From as young as 2 years old, they can help straighten their bed, take their clothes to the washing basket, pack away toys, and even sweep a floor. Of course, you'll do it again once they're done. These small responsibilities lead to bigger ones, growing bigger as your child grows older. 13. Great parents help their child manage their emotions. New parents, we know this can be challenging, especially when it can sometimes be difficult to keep your own emotions in check. But it's so important to help littlies deal with their emotions, and you can pick up a few tips too. Often children get more frustrated because they don't have the right words to describe what they're actually feeling. Equipping them with the right phrases to use when they're upset will be a huge help. And if they're too little, you can draw diagrams to have them indicate where they are emotionally. Things like yoga, exercise, breathing, and playtime are also great ways to help children deal with high emotions, and great parents use these areas all the time. If you'd like to delve deeper into being a great parent, be sure to watch our video, Top 10 Things You Should Never Say to Children. 14. Limit screen time. Too much screen time has dire consequences for children, including too little sleep, poor grades at school, low concentration levels, and a higher risk of obesity, and great parents know this. If screen time starts too early, it can hinder the development of a child, and has also been linked to violence. Common Sense Media did a survey which confirmed that 5 to 8-year-olds spend roughly 3 hours each day in front of a screen. The recommended daily amount for children around the age of 5 is 1 hour a day. Great parents limit screen time and also have all the correct parental controls in place to ensure they're watching the right content. 15. Show endless love. Great parents know that even when their children are showing their worst side or are not quite behaving or performing as they should, they continue to show the love. The love is not held back when the child doesn't behave. It's always there, and the child never doubts it. We love hearing from you, new parents, and we'd like to know what you believe makes a great parent. Share your thoughts with us in the comments below. We appreciate that you stuck with us until the end, new parents, and as the bonus, we just want to say you're doing a great job. And if after you've watched this video and doubted yourself, stop. Remember, parenting is a journey, and you're not too late to make a change if that's what you need to do. Forgive yourself and move forward, and look at your little one and reassure yourself that you are all they need, which is why you are a great parent.